Hello, everyone. Welcome to the JAWA podcast. This is season 9, episode 8. Is it episode 8?
I think so.
Let me take a look at the forms. It's episode 8. For some reason, on my document, I decided not to put what episode it was, just in case. And I lost my train of thought.
Lovely. Great start.
It is a great start. Hey, it's really hot in here. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I'm becoming a mess at Nightwing. Speaking of Nightwing, though, he decided to go on a week break, so everyone's stuck with me again. I apologize.
Damn it.
You should be sorry.
Yeah, I am very sorry because I'm no longer the main host, so I'm basically a has-been when it comes to hosting. I'm the worst now. Though to be fair, I actually hated those old days because I couldn't find anybody to host the episodes. Anyway, today we're joined with you know, today on the episode,
My name is Arios.
Yeah, his name is Arios. We have Rose on again, and of course, Iron is also here. He has to always be here.
What a shame.
What a shame.
Such a shame. Such a shame he had to miss last episode. He broke his record. He broke his streak. He was supposed to be on every single episode.
Right? Yeah.
How could you?
I don't know.
You know, it was the only way he was going to be able to catch up with me and Nightwing and how many episodes we've both been on total. So I think, like how every episode goes, I'm just going to go down the rank changes and everything, like how we usually do it. Because it seems to become the new tradition before we get into everything else, which, trust me, it's not much. So we actually start off with Rose joins the Knights Club officially.
Oh, hello. I got forced to. No, I'm kidding.
And then Shinigami got promoted to Guardian. Matoro, he's still not funny. Matoro and Neox both passed the Padawan trial. Sephifa passed the Jedi trial. I mean, you know, at this point, that's his nickname now.
That's his name
That's
now.
his name now,
Yeah, basically. Both Doom and Phobo were promoted to Jedi. Phobo had to be caught many times. People have no idea how many times the council were trying to promote him, and he kept leaving the server.
Oh, God.
And we're like, can we lure him back or anything? And I think we finally were able to lure him back for something, and then we caught him to promote him.
We actually promoted... Oh, well, I didn't promote him. But he was actually promoted via voice. Because everybody who was on the server at the time was just in voice anyway.
Oh yeah, that's right. Everybody was in voice. It was
Yeah.
like the first ever voice promotion ceremony where Doctor decided to type everything.
Yeah.
Because, you know, he wanted to be different.
Oh, yeah.
Cuber was promoted to Knight after... he came on at a very convenient time during that as well, too. We were just, like, finishing up, and then he popped on, and I know Jack was saying, oh, Cuber is due for promotion, I'll do that.
Oh, he did, yeah.
Yeah, I remember Jack was saying,
Oh,
like, you just popped in the right time.
He really did.
And next is a big one. Bandith came out of retirement and returned to his former rank of Lord.
Yes.
Which I think shocked everybody. The entire clan was shocked.
As soon as he did the April Fool's prank about coming back, it was like, oh, but are you actually really? But he did.
And then Stardy was promoted to Guardian after he's never on the main server. So I was like, is he at nights? Promote him at nights.
Yeah, he's always on nights.
And then, of course, the local wiki stalker Arduin was promoted to Jedi.
With his 65 HP.
Y'all are savage.
Wait, what, Arios?
Say y'all are savage.
He, to be fair, he did it to himself.
It's true, he did.
Yeah.
But he embraces it.
Yeah.
Phobo was awarded May's Participation Award, which was for his activity, combat skills, and participation in both Knights and Power 10. And then we had Fox returning as an active admin finally.
I know.
So his shenanigans shall continue.
Oh no.
If anything, they'll only get worse now because we've given him back the power.
That is true.
You know, at this point, the best way to utilize his shenanigans is someone lame to just have him ghost inside of them to the point they can't move.
Yeah.
And last on the list, which happened very recently at Knights, Stardy became the new co-captain of Knights.
Yes, congrats.
Yeah. Yes, congrats.
I was actually forced to come to that Knights by Jacko. He's like, "Hey Diab, I have an assignment for you," and I'm like, "What is it?" And he's like, "Well, how about you come to Knights?" And then I was just sitting there the entire time, and I remember Jacko was trying to get me in for like a round or two. And of course, I think Jacko wanted to be on the same team as me, but Boss decided to put us both on opposite teams.
Makes sense.
I think we were both in voice during that. So, and I think during the round I was fighting against Jacko, I spent more time fighting him than anybody else. But yeah, recently I was like, Knights has been on the base server a lot.
Yeah, we've got a clan match that's on base. I believe this weekend. So everyone's training for that.
Yeah, for me, I'm like, I hate the base server because not because of the damages, but because of the field of vision. You can't put it higher than default. Because I play on our server with a 120, field of vision, so I'm like way out.
You can put it on if you've got ultra utilities anyway.
Oh, I don't
I have it
use
on.
that.
I have it on 280.
Wait, you can use Ultra Utility to do it?
Yeah.
I had no idea.
Jacko,
I have
Why
Ultra
did it-
Utility.
yeah, Jacko was just telling me that he was using a different type of program to open Jedi Academy, like how we use OpenJK. He was using a different one, which he says he actually can pull back his camera on that. But for me, I use OpenJK with the combination of JA++, which gives me, the be able to zoom out even further than what you can on regular JA+.
Yeah.
For some reason, Razer decided not to add support for base.
I had to write a new config other day on base because I kept trying to exec my config. I'm like, oh yeah, it don't work. And it really annoyed me.
Oh yeah, that's right. I remember I initially joined the Jacko's base server. I was still under my Lord rank. I was like, oh no. So I finally had to exit out of the server and basically set all my name before I joined any servers. And I always join as a council now, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Especially in base, but of course on top of our server it just loads my config.
Yeah.
Let's see. So the next things we have to talk about, which are not much, just 4 things condensed into one section because they're not big enough to be talked about on their own. So the first one is the JAWA Post finally released its newest issue after being on a hiatus for 4 months?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, everybody was pretty much really busy.
Yeah. But it's hard now.
It's like the biggest issue ever made because it's like 3 months or 4 months
I
of
know.
backlog. Like, let me just take a look at it on here.
You know, all rank changes and everything on the side is just like goes on forever.
And I still didn't have anything to contribute to it.
Surprise, surprise.
Oh, thanks.
Oh, savage.
Thanks. Jerk.
At this point, whatever you say, Iron, will be judged harshly by Arios.
That's my job.
Gee, I don't even have to do that anymore. I have the original person here to do it for me. All right, moving on from that. see, we really have nothing to go on here.
Yeah.
Thanks, Nightwing.
Yeah, Nightwing.
That's all Nightwing's
Oh God! I
I
have
blame Nightwing for everything, so.
the perfect meme. Instead of thanks Obama, it's now thanks Nightwing. Just Photoshop Nightwing's skin's face over Obama.
Oh,
Yeah.
jeez.
One needs to get on that.
Why do people keep tagging?
I know, I've just got mentioned again as well.
Oh, server
Who's
admin.
mentioning me? Oh, that's fine.
What do you mean? Don't we have admins on?
Apparently,
Well,
only Seth.
Sephafar said that he was... Sephafar, yeah. He said that he was dealing with his kid.
Did the doctor leave?
Doctor did leave, yeah. I think he's got loads to write up already. Like, because he banned like loads of people already.
He has so many reports. He already banned half the server.
I know.
And band -1.
Be like, guys, I accidentally just banned everyone, including myself.
Jesus.
There's got to be other admins available, surely.
I mean, other than us, because we're on the podcast.
Well, yeah.
It's
There's quite a few people online on Discord, so...
Oh, here. Now, of course, admin chat.
Yeah.
real time admin things going on right now.
Jesus.
It's troll season!
Yeah.
Well, it is the summertime.
No, that is very true.
It's too hot for them to hide under the rock.
True.
And then they come out. They're like, "Oh, look, there's JAWA. Let's go antagonize them as always."
Yeah, let's go annoy them.
There's more than just us, Though to be fair, KR deals with the brunt of it because they're all the way on the top of the server list.
Yeah.
And always active. Like, I was checking last night, I was like, holy crap, there are like 15 people on that server still.
Jeez.
I was actually scrolling through like the free-for-all servers that we have on Jedi Academy. It's not much anymore.
Yeah.
A lot of clans are dying and... Oh, I just swore.
Eh.
Oh, that's the first swear I've
Good
ever
job.
done on a podcast. Oh no!
Good job.
I had to
GG.
become Nightwing.
Well, you know,
no.
in Nightwing's
Thanks,
absence,
Nightwing.
someone must take his place.
Yeah.
That was probably the most terrifying thing I've ever heard anybody say.
I just had to type down the word that was said around that time area.
He's making an admin report.
Oh no.
I like to report Rose for breaking the no swearing rule on a podcast.
Jesus.
I just get banned from Discord.
you just get muted in general. It's server muted.
Oh no. It's because I swear all the time in like... Well, it's currently Doc and Seth's daycare, but... In the chat, in voice chat on Discord. I just forgot.
Oh god, there's just so much going on right now. So many messages.
I know.
Yeah.
Because now doctors typing in the council area too, like everywhere.
Good old doctor. I'll just knock on wall and tell him to go.
tell him to get back on the server already and ban more people.
Just shout, "I get back on server. Leave us alone." No, I don't know what he's doing. I think he's just writing up reports. Oh, and Dennis is online now. Oh, he can do it.
Maybe we get Helena on as well.
Yeah.
Just throw every council member that can right now.
Yeah.
Ban all the people.
Yeah, I remember like many years ago. It was just like me and Bloodraven on the server. We're the only admins, and we had like 5 people slept at once.
Wow.
Jesus.
Like he was dealing with like 3, I was dealing with 2 of them.
Wow. And the most I've ever slept at once is like 2 at a time because like we had 2 lamers or whatever. So I slept in both, but then Sephafar like became AFK and like dealt with one room. So that's good.
I will be right back real quick. I need to get a bottle of water because my throat is getting packed up for some reason.
Okay.
Oh no, Diab ditching us.
No. I mean, I can't really mute, but I'll be right back real quick. It's not that far.
It's okay. We'll take over.
Oh no.
Oh no, that'd be a really bad podcast if I were in charge.
And of course, I dropped the bottle when I happened to get to my desk.
I wondered what that were.
You know, I put it on the edge, and like physics and gravity took control and just dropped it.
Physics has taken control.
Science decided to take matters into its own hands. I'm over here trying to defy all laws of science, and science is like, no, not today. You know, it's like one day I'm just gonna leave it standing in the air and it's just gonna float.
Jesus. It'd be amazing.
I was just about to say that'd be amazing. You should record it.
I'll be like, take that, all you magic people.
All you magic people. Do you mean magicians?
Basically, for some reason, the first thing I thought was like, take that, Houdini.
Jesus.
Oh, I can't. His name's just gone from my head. That magician, that Dynamo. I was gonna say take that Dynamo, but I forgot his name for some reason. I was gonna call him Domino, and I'm like, no, that's wrong.
All right, there's 2 more things left, and then we have to improvise from there. All right, so wait,
We've been improvising this entire time.
Yeah, actually, yeah, we have. But I just realized. Wait, we just talked about the post, right? We didn't move on to anything else.
Yeah, we didn't talk
Okay. We have 3 things then. I'm just going down and like the order of.
We're all going down.
Oh no. Yeah, welcome.
Taking us with him.
If I go down, I'm taking everybody in this episode with me.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
No one can save you now except for Nightwing.
Oh well, it's not saving me. I know that.
Alright, so next up, the summer wallpaper contest has officially
What?
started. The summer
Oh, yes,
wallpaper
Pat.
contest.
I thought you were talking about the other one.
I'm not going down in order, Iron.
Oh, god damn it. You always do this to me.
Hello, that's like something nobody knows about right now except for the council.
Oh, that's true.
That's why I'm saving it for
True.
last.
Is it Sith ranks?
No.
No, not a chance.
Never.
Actually, I'm not even bothered about Sith ranks. Like, I just jump on bandwagon. I just want a princess rank, but that's never going to happen.
That's what's wrong with everything in general. People just hop on the bandwagon just because.
Yeah. No, I just want a princess rank. Me and Natsumi are like every time we're on server together, it's like, where's our princess ranks?
Jeez.
I mean, to be fair, you guys sort of have your Sith ranks in the form of pathways right now.
Well, yeah, that's true.
But we're not really going to talk about that because that's for Nightwing to talk about when he's finally hosting an episode.
Yeah, Nightwing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Nightwing, where are
Yeah,
you?
Nightwing.
Come back.
Thanks, Nightwing.
Yeah, thanks, Nightwing.
Why you leave us hanging again?
Way to go.
Slow clap for Nightwing.
No, he doesn't even get that.
What? Just silence?
Yes. You were going to give him the silent treatment.
Oh no, we're going to give him the cold shoulder. But yeah, the summer wallpaper contest, it has started, and hopefully we get some participation going on in that.
Yeah, I think I've got a small idea of roughly what I want to do, so...
I've got nothing.
Yeah, Nightwing.
Surprise, surprise.
I
Hey!
actually.
Stop it! God damn it.
But yeah, I actually didn't think he was going to do it this soon because he was on his break. We were actually talking about it, like, what was it, like 2 days ago before he started it.
Mm. Well, it just said don't send anything at 5 PM to him until the 20th, I think it says. So...
But yeah, I didn't do anything because I didn't know, you know, what I was supposed to do for the topic and everything. Because I remember, I think it was like Andy and Council was saying, like, who is anybody going to be doing this? And I told him, well, I'm just like working on prepping the next showcase for arts. That's really all I'm doing right now. Speaking of which, yeah, that's going to be happening next month.
Oh, yeah, I need to enter stuff. Oh, God.
And I think I gave everybody in arts up until the 30th to submit at least 2 things. Well, 1 to 2 things.
And we will all submit it on that day.
Well, I'm expecting it to all be submitted on that day. It's like I've given you guys about over 3 weeks to come up with at least 2 things.
I don't even know if I've got 2 things, honestly. Like,
Well, you can just do 1.
I've got signature weeks.
And of course, when I say 1 to 2 things, Nightwing goes ahead and submits like 5 things.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, if you count his
Is it gonna be
13,
like a...
if you count his 13 doctor things and more, then I submit over 10 things.
Yeah. Is it going to be a post again like you did last time?
Yeah,
Or is
it's-
it going to be like a video?
No, it's always going to be a post when I do them.
God.
But yeah, it's at this point, it's not really. I'm not really going to judge anybody like harshly if they don't submit anything. But
Yeah.
I'd like people to at least try to submit something.
Well, you'll judge me harshly because I'm the captain.
I know Doctor will have quite a bit. Because he's done loads of skins, including mine. He's done like me a new one and stuff, so...
Yeah, and I've made enough things that people have not seen yet. Only the Arts Club have. I don't even use my own topic and showcase anymore. It's so outdated. There's like nothing there anymore because Photo Bucket doesn't allow you to link your things anymore from there.
I use that, I can never say it, that emoji, or whatever it's called, I don't...
Emoji?
Imugur, I-N-G, yeah, that one. I don't know how to pronounce words.
In no world should the redneck correct anybody on how to say words.
Oh no.
Oh!
Bad things have happened.
Does this mean faith in humanity has been lost?
Pretty much. Oh
wish people had stopped PMing me. Oh my god. It will never stop.
What?
I'm in a group PM and like it just never stops.
All right, moving on to the we're dragging this out as much as we can because of what little we got.
It's only been about, 30 minutes?
Eh.
Give or take a few.
Damn, I just realized, Ryan, I had you turned down quite a bit on here.
Mm.
I was wondering why now I become Nightwing on here. Yeah, I think it should stabilize a bit more now. I have to.
No one is louder than Nightwing.
Well, to be fair, nobody is.
Starkiller is. No. JT's louder.
Oh, jeez.
John Terry like screams down mine.
All right, there. I think things have gotten better, audio wise.
Oh, good.
So I don't think I'm like the loudest anymore. I think Iron now is equal.
Yay!
Everyone's gonna be like, Diab, you're so bad with the audio now. I know. I used to be so good with it. Though I blame Discord because everybody's on a different audio level now. Because sometimes their microphones are not that high in volume, so you have to turn them up. And sometimes even if you do that, they get really loud. But if you turn them down, then it's still very soft.
I always have Nightwing up at 200% because I can barely hear him when we're in voice together.
I used to have everybody at 200%, and then I regretted it.
I think the only person I ever had to turn up to 200% was Pod.
Oh yeah, he is very hard to hear.
Especially when he says hello.
No.
I have Doctor turned right down, but that's because he's always behind me. So I don't need to hear him through my mic.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Don't need to hear an echo.
Yeah.
Alright. Next up, the ambassadors are currently recruiting.
Mm-hmm.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Which I like to call the Cursed Club because that's always been the tough one to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, right now they only have 5 people.
Oh wow. I thought they had more than that.
That is pretty low. I think people left.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Either that or they removed the inactive ones.
Yeah,
Like you did with arts.
Pretty much.
The culling.
I mean, we still have quite a bit of people.
Oh yeah, we still have quite a few, but
Oh, I was thinking of event planners. They're the ones that have a lot of people.
We have one more than them.
Yeah.
well, I mean, you say we've got a lot of people, but like trying to get people to do games night is very difficult.
How is that possible when you guys have that many people?
Some people just aren't available, I guess. I don't know. There's got a lot of people that that are like in school and stuff, like Chemist, Red Shadow, and that. I think Storm is in school, so.
I'm guessing next month I'll change a bit.
Yeah.
Because I remember being told that it's not really summer break in Europe yet.
No, it's not. It's soon. I only know because my sister's like in her last year of big school. And she leaves, I think it's this Friday, I think she finishes. Which means in a couple of weeks, it'll be 6-week holidays.
Yeah, because it's basically summer break in the United States right now. Usually starts in June, and it ends in July.
Except when you work and you don't ever get a break.
Well.
Very true.
True. I always hated that. I always wanted, when I was in school, I always said I wanted to be a teacher. Mainly because I'd get the 6-week holidays off.
well, technically during those,
I hate kids.
though, but in reality, during those holidays, you're busy prepping or doing things still.
Yeah. I mainly stopped that dream because I was like, oh, I can't bother to deal with loads of brats.
Oh no.
Yeah, you should not be a teacher.
Yeah, nope.
Yeah.
Especially because I wanted to be a teacher in like, I used to say like high school sort of thing, as like comprehensive school,
That'd be the worst.
or university sort of thing. Like, it'd be awful.
Yeah, you turn into one of those grumpy professors.
Professionals?
No, words. As you notice, words are not our finest things here on the podcast. We all suffer.
I can't pronounce that photo thing. We're all good. We all can't do words.
Let's just take a moment and realize that Arios is the only one that can say words properly. It truly is a sad day.
That's pretty awkward.
Though for me, I think the reason why I mispronounce words is when I'm saying it, my brain says, "Wait, are we saying it correctly?" And then my mouth just messes up.
Yeah.
The worst for me is when my brain just mixes up the first letter of the last word with the first letter of the first word. Yeah. It just switches them.
I always get mixed up with like D's and B's and stuff like that. So like, instead of saying dad, I'll say bad. I'm like, no, that's wrong.
I must say though, we have a lot of choices for the title of this episode.
Oh yes.
Because we've done it to ourselves now.
How say words good?
Yes.
That should be the title.
What are words?
What are words? Oh.
How do words good?
How do I speak properly?
Or just call it words. Just straight up words.
It's true when they say foreign people who learn English speak it better than the native speakers that can speak English.
Oh yeah. I speak English so bad. And it's the only language I can speak, so.
I tried my hand at French once. Didn't work out.
I used to do Spanish in school for like. I only did it for a year, even though I was supposed to do it for 3 because I was like bad, and I was like, I'm not going to this. Like, bye.
French for me, I did it in high school. Started my freshman year, couldn't even finish that.
I used to just walk out
so
of class.
Bad.
Like, I just used to walk out. I either walked out of class or I just didn't go. And they'd be like, "Why aren't you in Spanish?" I'm like, "Just don't want to. I'm never going to go to Spain. I don't want to learn Spanish. I've only ever been abroad once to Spain." I'm like, for God's sake. I was like, I'm never going to go to Spain. How wrong I was.
Yet, Spanish is like the most used language in the world other than like English. Of course, for the whole English dominance thing, we could thank the UK for that.
You're welcome.
You guys in your British Empire back in the day.
Yep. And
we won. Get over it.
It's like, I'm proper British, mate. Like, that sounds stupid. No, let me explain. I'm not. I know I'm proper British, but like, as in like, I drink tea. I don't like coffee. I just drink tea, and I do eat crumpets and stuff like that. And I'm very patriotic to our monarchy and stuff. Like, I'm so British, it's unreal.
What about
But I
Doctor?
still can't. Oh, he's not bothered about monarchy or all like that. He don't really drink tea, he only drinks coffee. Just like crumpets, though.
Well,
So-
he got his shout out.
Yep,
so
There you go, Doctor.
basically he's half.
yeah. He's like half British.
Jesus.
No.
What's the other half?
Oh, I can't say. I'd be swearing again.
I think I know what word it probably would be too.
It's my favourite word.
It probably Helena's least favorite word. We all remember that too.
Probably. Oh, I love it. She's in. Me and Doctor have got a server. No, that's wrong. A Discord called the TARDIS, and Helena's in it. And I keep saying that word all the time, and she's not said anything.
Oh god.
And but it's my favourite word. I say it all the time. So
Well, you know,
Oh, God,
you know,
Nightwing.
it's usually a good thing that Helena doesn't even listen to the podcast,
yeah.
Yeah.
because then you know she probably would hate a lot of us.
Probably. Probably a good thing she didn't go in voice either.
Oh, what's this? Oh no! Why
Oh, no.
why is Nightwing not on his break?
I know, right? That's why I said go back to
What is he
break
doing
Nightwing.
stuff?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
just
he's doing
posted
stuff.
something in the console area.
Ugh.
I mean, he popped into voice
Probably.
earlier, but like, it was just to sort of say hello and see how we were.
Even that's not okay.
No, yeah, that is not okay. He needs to just stay
Well, I did
calm.
it for a reason. Like, I won't say on the podcast, but
Yeah.
like, because I don't, like, I know other people can hear it and stuff, but it was just in case somebody popped in. That's why he popped in.
Have the ultimate authority figure stepped in.
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh.
Silence.
We must force him back into the break.
we must force him on the podcast first.
but
Yeah.
why?
Just worse about this council chat business. The fact that Doctor sits behind me giggling, and I'm like, what are you laughing at? I can't say.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
oh god, that's annoying.
Oh,
yeah. There are a lot of things that go on in here.
Yeah. He's just laughing, he's like, I can't say it. I'm like, council chat? He's like, yeah. I'm like, So I just get to hear the occasional, like, it's silent, and then I just get to hear Doctor giggling every so often. I'm like, oh.
Oh no! Don't
Oh,
he
no.
better not dare!
He better not.
I swear I will throw Doctor into the music channel if he does this.
What, is he coming into a podcast or something?
I told
Kick
Nightwing
him.
to come on and say hi, and Doctor just said breaks in instead.
Yeah, he better not.
Makes he can just come in here now, can't
He comes in, we'll blame him for everything.
he? Do it.
Gee, how far in are we in this episode? Let me take a look.
I ain't got a clue.
Oh my god! Oh my ear! Oh no!
Oh, I'm deaf!
Oh
I'm glad
no!
I'm already mostly deaf.
That was in my good ear. It weren't even down my part deaf ear. It was in my good ear. Great.
Oh god.
Thanks, Nightwing.
I'm gonna tag him now and have a go at him.
Our
Oh no, that's Night Owl. That's Mini Wing.
I think our ears are now bleeding.
Yeah. Like I said earlier, I had him at 200% volume.
Oh,
Ugh.
Yeah. GG. No read.
Yeah, now. Oh no! Now my
I
ears
just tagged him and went, my ears.
My ear is hurting now. It's like that slow pain that comes to you after.
Yeah, it's like ringing. What is going on here? Oh, what's going on in there?
I think that was the highest I've ever heard him say that.
Yeah,
too.
that was the highest pitch of them all. Oh.
What
God.
is that game?
What the hell? Oh my god.
That's if I was able to successfully have my bottle float in the air.
Ah, Wolfie guessed it! Oh god.
Oh, Nightwing graces with his presence.
Yeah, by making us all deaf, including
Yeah.
everyone who's listening to the podcast.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm gonna have to put earphone users warning on this thing at a certain point.
Or what does Doctor want? Oh, okay, I can do that. Hey, Cloud, if you're listening, Scotland's trash.
Jesus.
I'm telling
Very
A.
I know, right?
Alright, we say it to A, we say it to Sebe.
Don't worry, we'll have Aya's rebuttal next week because she's free to do a podcast next week. So.
Yep.
Oh. It's alright. Like, everyone who's Scottish and has been in chat with us knows that Scotland is trash.
That's okay, Doctor's trash too.
Oh.
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 Well.
We always get back from Cloud that Sheffield's trash, so that's where we live. It's like, thanks.
Don't tell him I said that, Rose. Just
I mean,
wait
he's
for him to
gonna
hear it on
listen
the
to
podcast.
podcast, yeah.
I know, just wait for him to hear it on there.
Oh, it'd be funny.
So basically, what we're saying is he's trash and half British.
Half British, half beep. I beeped myself.
Oh god.
But I love him though. I just want to clear that up. Like, honestly, I don't really think he's trash. I'm not
That's
used
okay, I do.
to him, I promise.
I'm just kidding.
And before Doctor's new skin is just going to be a big trash bag.
Oh god, that'd be amazing.
Oh my god. Or I should make a skin of like a trash bag or like a trash can or something.
Or just put a trash can on top of his head.
Yeah. We have to do it for Cloud though as well.
Yeah.
And Sebi.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no.
All the Scotland people. All the Scottish. Do you know what's really bad? Doctor's Nan's Scottish. Like, we still say Scotland's trash.
Oh no.
Should we finally get the last thing out of the way?
Yeah.
Sure.
Please.
All right.
Oh, you're piping up now.
All right. So I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say this, but I'm just going to say it.
Oh.
That we're going to have the next JAWA Ally tournament soon. It's coming up in the future. It's currently in its planning stages.
No.
And that's all.
Yeah, that's it. That's all. It's an announcement that we have. Hopefully, though, we have people that'll be able to participate in it.
Yeah.
Because those ones are sort of iffy sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's all we got.
Jesus.
Well, don't have anything else to talk about without Nightwing having to be here for it.
I know, right? He was here for like a split second.
Well, he was here to deafen us. But yeah, I think right now might. I was gonna say right now might be a good time to end the episode, but we're not that far in, really. That's not good.
It's fine.
No. Every time I hear it, like, oh no, I always think of Ryan.
Yeah, I'm trying to find anything else that we can talk about. I think I know we can just say talk about for a bit because Iron brought it up. Does anybody watch E3, like the press conferences?
Oh, yeah.
I watched a little bit and I've heard things about bits, but
I watched the things that I knew I would like, and that was about it.
Same.
I actually watched EA on the first day, and I was like, "This is the worst conference ever."
No, that was trash.
That was. Notice in the crowd wasn't any fans; it was just like journalists, and it wasn't really a conference for their fans and the gamers. It was more or less like a conference for their investors.
Yeah.
did they mention how good? Well, you said it was trash, so probably not.
Well, basically what EA did was it was like not that much gameplay. There was more emphasis on certain things that they shouldn't put emphasis on and whatnot. And they're trying to say no loot boxes.
Well, I watched that one, but I wanted. Oh god.
What?
Okay, there we go. My connection just went off. And I was hoping for like, Sims 4 stuff because they just announced a new expansion pack, which is Seasons, and I'm right excited. So that's all I wanted to say.
Yeah, I watched EA, Microsoft, and Bethesda. I only caught a bit. I only watch like the actual videos of certain games on YouTube for like Sony and Ubisoft and whatnot.
Yeah,
I'm excited for Just Cause 4. That looks fun. I loved number 3. That was amazing.
I
I
wonder-
liked the look of Forza, the new Forza Horizon. That looks very good. I love the good car racing game, and it's all the British, like, well, it's all Britain, like the maps. I'm like, yes.
I wonder how big the Just Cause 4 map's going to be because they usually make those maps huge.
Yeah, 3's was massive.
To me, one of the like I was there to look at what the new Fallout game was all about and sort of disappointed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was listening to interviews after like a few days after and stuff, and Todd Howard clarified that they are looking into possibly long term doing like private worlds with being able to mod it and everything. Like
I'm a little confused by the objective of that game. Like, I don't understand what I'm going to be trying to do.
Yeah.
and it just seems like as the rumors say, it's like a Rust clone.
Mm-hmm.
It's basically close to Rust and Ark.
Oof.
I know that Doctor's excited for the new Halo.
Yeah, I am a little bit. Although I'm not trying. I'm trying not to get my hopes up too much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think he's more excited the fact that I'm pretty sure they said, or he said that they said, that it's going to be available on Windows 10 as well. And that's all he's wanted, is Halo on Windows 10.
Oh yeah, because you're doing their cross-play now. You have to get through the Windows Store though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the only downfall though. Like, we're not putting it on Steam because we're not gonna, put it on Steam and then link it to, the Windows area. We have to log in through Windows and do all that stuff. It's like, nah, get it only on our store. They're going the way of EA, basically saying use our platform if you want the games from us.
Yeah.
I would like to think that's actually hurt like EA a bit as well, because a lot of people are so stubborn at just using Steam.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I only use Origin when I absolutely need to.
Yeah, same.
It's kind of like, the streaming services when, like, one of them pull out, like a bunch of the things pull out because one brand wants to make their own streaming service because they think they can do better.
Yeah.
But in reality, they don't do better. Because who's gonna pay another like $10 a month when you're already like paying like $10 a month for like Netflix?
Yeah. I only pay $7.99 for Netflix.
Well, I was giving an example.
I don't pay anything. I use my parent. Haha!
Yeah, over here, my mom and brother, they pay for Netflix, Hulu, Amazon, and Crunchyroll.
Oh.
I scourge off people. I've got my Netflix account from my parents. As his doctor's got his Netflix account from his mum as well. And then I've got Hulu from one of my American friends over Facebook. She gave me her account, so I've got an account on it. It's great.
I will say the only one that's not really worth it is Amazon because they don't have much shows on there.
Yeah.
They're very limited. Like, the only reason why you truly get Prime from them is if you're like a huge shopper on them.
Yeah. My granddad's got Prime because he's constantly ordering like watches, DVDs, etc. off there. So it works well for him, but I won't get it.
For me, though, in E3, the two things that I was excited for are not even going to be out yet. It's what Bethesda announced in the end, which was Starfield and, of course, the 6 Elder Scrolls.
Yeah.
And I was also looking at, like, the next Assassin's Creed and, of course, Last of Us Part 2.
Yeah.
Like
Arios is mad at me for saying this, but I still have to finish the first Last of Us.
I hadn't even started.
Yeah, you're terrible.
Last
That game was a masterpiece.
of Us. And I've never played it.
You really should.
It was amazing.
I didn't play it, but I watched...
How would you know? You didn't finish it.
I didn't play it, but I watched YouTubers play through it completely, so, I know how amazing the game is.
I have done that. I watched my favourite YouTuber play it all, so...
Is that Jack or Mark?
Jack.
Okay.
For me, it was
Doctor's
Mark.
favourite is Mark's. Doctor's favourite's Mark, and my favourite's Jack. But we love both of them, so...
Yeah, for me, when I watch things, I usually watch Mark for them.
Yeah.
But when it came to the Resident Evil, I watched both. I watched Mark, Jack, and PewDiePie. Wanted to see all of their reactions to it. And I have to say, out of all of them, I think it was between PewDiePie and Jack that were actually the better people and players in the end. It took Mark a while to get into it.
Yeah. I usually watch them both, because I go to watch Jack's gameplays, and then Doctor goes to watch Mark's gameplay, so we just watch them both. See who's the better one. I haven't really been watching their gameplays very often either, like recently.
Yeah, I've been taking a break from pretty much everybody. I've been watching certain people on YouTube only.
Yeah, the only people I've been watching are Sims YouTubers.
Jesus.
That's all I've been doing. Like, I haven't been watching any of, like, Jack and Mark. Oh, that's a lie. I did watch Jack the other day play that... No, is it called Fixer Upper? That house game?
Oh,
House
yeah.
Flipper.
Something like that.
House Flipper. I watched him play that.
Wait a minute. Did you see what Nightwing said when he'll be back? That's not a week.
I know, right?
Is it over a week? He said 2 days.
Well, yeah, he said back in 2 days, but is that a week already?
Is it 5 days he's been out or something then? From that?
I don't know, because it feels
2 days is Saturday, so...
Yeah, that's why I'm like, has it even been a week yet? I mean, people might be wondering like what day we're recording this on. It's on the 14th. You guys would be listening to this on the 18th, so Nightwing would be back by then if he does says 2 days.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is how we record the podcast now. We just record it the week prior to release because it's mainly not to overwork Nightwing.
Yeah.
Because I remember him saying that I'm only allowed to use them every 3 weeks. So that's what I do. I take advantage of using them every 3 weeks. And if I want to do anything sooner, I have to host it myself. or if I manage to get him to agree to do it, then I have to give him a break somewhere down the line, which is usually a month break.
Yeah.
How far are we now? Oh, we're approaching an hour. We're about 4 minutes to an hour. Okay, good. We're getting close to the actual time of what this podcast should be.
Jesus.
I don't know. It just feels weird for me, especially ending around like the 40-minute mark where we're at originally.
Yeah.
I don't do short podcasts.
No, I think an hour's a good time. Or just over. Usual.
Of course, I will never be able to top the longest podcast I've ever done.
Right, how long?
I think the record is like an hour and 50 minutes.
Wow.
Who was that with? I don't know.
Me, Nightwing, and Link.
Oh, okay.
That was on.
Was that the Boulder episode?
That was just the Boulder episode where Link killed Nightwing completely. Though I like to think over the years of Nightwing being laughing to death, him laugh and stuff, he's grown such an immunity to these things now that we can't break him anymore. He now just breaks himself. And if anything, he catches himself before he breaks completely.
Yeah.
I miss the old days. But nowadays the running gag with Nightwing is him saying recently a lot.
Jesus, recently returned. Old members. God. Actually, Arios was on that episode, wasn't he?
I like how this entire episode Arios has been here just to lay it into you, Iron, whenever he had the chance.
I know, right? Sounds about right.
Like I said, that's my job.
That and improving to everyone that he can speak better English than all of us. I wonder if anybody like listening to this can hear like this noise outside that's going on right now.
I can hear something.
I can hear something.
Yeah, they're like cutting grass or something outside.
I would say it sounds like some sort of buzzing.
Yeah.
And I thought maybe just my ear again from Nightwing screaming. So.
This is why my background noise is so legendary, because it's so noisy around me.
Yeah.
If it isn't construction's pretty much done outside now. They're just like painting the parking lot and all that stuff now. The building is hideous. It's very ugly. I actually should take a picture of it. And to show just how ugly it looks compared to all what buildings that go around. It does not match at all. They're like going for this new modern look. Like, for example, the windows are not even lined up together. They're so off-placed.
Oh, that'd be annoying.
And let me just open the curtains a bit. The color scheme of the building is white and purple. Like where the windows are, it's purple.
Huh.
That does not sound. What's the word?
Appealing?
I was gonna say attractive, and that's not the word I was looking for. See, I can't English.
Yeah,
That's the name of the episode. Episode. English. Jesus.
you know, and Arios is over here like, I hate all of you. It truly is a sad day when we can't English.
Yeah.
How to English?
How to not English 101.
Jesus.
I've got something in my eye and it's bugging me very bad.
All right, I think we can end the episode here. Now we're past an hour.
Okay.
We're just dragging this out as if of course our viewers already
We're beating
know.
a dead horse.
Yeah, we always beat the dead horse. To be fair, we're masters of being the dead horse.
Yeah.
I mean, you talk about the best episode of dragging it out. It was the one with the boulder and everything. That episode dragged out so far.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, everybody, for listening to this episode. For the next episode, I will be back again. I apologize, but
Thanks, Nightwing.
well,
Thanks, Nightwing.
I was going to say that I put myself into it, but you know what? It's better to blame Nightwing. Thanks, Nightwing.
Yep.
It's easier to blame that way.
It's always easier. It's so much easier when the scapegoat is the captain of the podcast.
But I'm not captain still.
Wait, that means I can use you as a scapegoat for Arts Iron.
No!
Ah,
That's fine.
Thanks, Iron.
thanks,
For
Ian.
what? You're doing everything.
Exactly.
Alright, we'll see everybody on the next episode.
Oh, so he doesn't thank us for being on the podcast.
I'm not
No.
Nightwing for crying out loud.
We thank ourselves then.
I'm just trying to end this before we drag it on. It gets 15 minutes.
Like we're doing right now.
Yeah, I mean, you see, this is how it goes. There's so many false finishes to a podcast that we just don't know when to end it.
There's a lot of false starts too sometimes.
Well,
Yeah, but people don't see those.
Yeah.
Okay, bye then.
Bye!
Bye!
Thanks, Nightwing.